Today, what I want to talk about is learning to live without expectations, which could play a big part in your life. And sometimes I feel like can set you up for failure in a lot of ways, subconsciously that you don't realize. It could bring a lot of anxiety and stuff like that. That's just unnecessary, really. Like going into things with expectations or what you want to happen could ruin a lot for you. And learning how to live and do things without expectations could lead to a happier and healthier life, happier mental health, stuff like that. This is stuff I've been working on currently in my life. I'm going through a big transformational phase. You know, I feel like the collective is right now. We're all going through a big transformational phase with society and just so many things happening and changing with time. Could be kind of hard to change with time sometimes, or just daily life struggles, stuff like that. So, learning to live without expectations could be hard, but it's a practice, and a practice that is worth fulfilling. Expectations are kind of like preconceived notions that you have for yourself, or for things, like the way you want things to happen don't always work out. And that could be stemmed from a lot of things, like past experiences or past relationships, or just past jobs, stuff like that, where things have happened one way and you expect things to happen like that again. A lot of that in relationships could hurt your relationship and just have like a toxic mindset that something has already happened to you, so you're just expecting that to happen again. Could set yourself up for failure and lead to a lot of anxiety and mental health problems. So, or even a career as a past job, and you're getting starting fresh and starting somewhere else. Don't have the same expectations for something that you used to have, or usually the turnouts will be the exact same. It's kind of common sense if we think about it that way. So, with that being said, learning how to live without expectations could lead to a lot of emotional freedom when we stop clinging on to a specific outcome or how we expect things to happen. You're reducing your suffering and disappointment by just doing things without expecting anything in return, or just doing things without expectations. You're not really looking for the outcome that you're expected to have. Could lead to less disappointment by just doing and just being, just existing. It does a lot psychologically. Just to the brain could do so much for you. It could take away so much suffering and disappointment. And you already have these notions in your brain of what things are supposed to look like, or how things are supposed to happen. And practicing these things and being aware of them could help you out a lot with your day-to-day life and just being. You don't have to, everything is never going to work out the way you want it to, or the way you expect it to happen. So just going in the flow of life with things and being in that flow state allows you to learn so much about yourself. Practicing this stuff every day, become more aware, and less disappointment is a big thing. It does a lot to the psychological aspect to your brain, where you're always just expecting something to happen the way you want it to, and when it doesn't, you're upset and you shut down. And practicing these techniques, and it's not gonna just begin and just happen for you, but eventually you'll realize how much happier you are, and just how much more you can get done, how much more you can achieve and go after when you do something and you're not expecting anything out of it. Like, if something does come from it, you are way more excited and way happier about the outcome than already having this existed picture or scenario of how it's supposed to happen. So practice these things for your mental health, and let's talk about these things more as a society. Bring people up. And we are going through a lot of changing times right now. It could be rough for a lot of people. Some things you could do to learn how to live like this and think like this would be to change your notations. Like, instead of expecting your friend to call you, or just think like, I would like for my friend to call me, but it's totally okay if it doesn't happen. Or you applied for a job and you're expecting to get it, and you're upset when it doesn't happen. And practicing these things and just doing things out of love, really everything is love. But doing these things just out of love and without expectations of anything happening from it, usually a lot more comes from it, because you're more present, you're more into it, without the anxieties and without these set up mindsets that we have stem from other things and just past experiences, where we can really lock in on what we're trying to do and accomplish more in life in general. So practice these things. Leave in the comments if you want, like, someone to talk to or someone to help you get started on your journey. I would love to help. Love to help people more than anything, but learning how to help yourself first is a big step in helping other people. I say all that to say, just let go. Let go and do things. Do the things that you want to do in your life that are holding you back. It could be possible, it could be done, and you'll never know how things turned out if you're always just having this made up expectation of what you want it to, the way you want it to happen, but you never know what's going to happen. So just take that leap and take that step in doing the things you want without any expectations of anything coming out of it. And I promise you will be happier. You will most likely see more coming out of what you're trying to do than already having this precursed notion of what you want to happen. Kind of rambling. I don't really have much else to say, so let me know if y'all want more like topic discussions like this. I might start a little series where I just sit here and talk about things that I feel like need to be talked about as a society more and more as we grow and change. with how things are going right now. So drop some more topics that y'all would like for me to talk about, and I might have another vid coming this week. It is starting to warm up, so might do a little travel vlog, little hiking scene somewhere close by. So be tuned for that. This is Trials and Tribulations with Trit, and I'll catch you in the next one.